Don't miss any content. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell.
Hey guys, welcome back to Sahara Football. And I have some serious breaking news for you. As you can remember, I gave you some information about the Normalization Committee's special competition for clubs who have been dormant since the Anas expose. We all know what the Anas expose did to our football. It pulled it down, broke it down to pieces, and we are now in the rebuilding process. So this was a stopgap competition to help the players or the teams and their players to do some kind of activity, play some football at least, so that they would not be so down and would not be so dormant as they have been for a while now since the expose. And there is breaking news that the 16 Premier League clubs have decided not to take part in the competition. I'll bring you more details today. So as usual, if you are new to the channel, subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell to get more updates on the channel. I'm Selassie Fiawi, and I'm just going to get right into it. Now, if you can remember, yesterday, 2 days ago, I think on Wednesday, I brought you some news talking about the Normalization Committee organizing a special competition for clubs, and this competition's format was going to involve the Premier League clubs along with all the 48 Division 1 clubs. That would make it 64 teams, and the 64 teams would play together, and it will be broken. The winners and losers will be put in Tier 1 and Tier 2 respectively. If you haven't watched that video, it's up here, you can watch it now. I've given a full explanation of it. Now, yesterday, or this week actually, there was a meeting between the stakeholders of the clubs and the Normalization Committee to discuss the modalities of the competition. The modalities were discussed and some issues came up. In yesterday's video, I gave you some issues. The issues that came up: the money, first of all, was not enough for them, and the Ghana Stars chief executive Albert Comey complained about the compensation fee and said it was too meager considering how many times they'll be moving up and down. He said it was too meager and they had to do something about it. Ashanti Gold CEO Freddie Champon said same, and they had to do something about it. Now, later in the evening, I heard the Hearts of Folk CEO Toby Afede came out and said he would donate an extra $400,000 US. Yes, he said he would give out a $400,000 US additional money to the competition only if the Normalization Committee will allow the clubs, that's the 16 Premier League clubs, to play their own special competition separately. Now, that didn't sit down well in the Normalization Committee. It was a proposal suggestion from the 16 clubs, and the Normalization Committee went to sit down and later in the evening brought out this letter. Now, the letter, as you can see here on your screen, might not be clear, but I'll read it out to you. It's dated 10th January, and basically in this letter, the Normalization Committee is disagreeing with the 16 Premier League clubs with their decision to take part in their own separate competition. So it's saying no, they will not agree with them. Let me read the letter to you since it's not really clear. It's addressed from the chief executives of all Premier League clubs. Dear Sir, alternative proposal by Premier League clubs to the GFA Normalization Committee. The Ghana Football Association sends its complement. Reference to the meeting and proposals received and discussed with Premier League clubs representatives earlier today, we really appreciate the time and effort put in the clubs to help bring back football in the proposed format. In line with the objective to engender the excitement of playing football across the country, we entreat Premier League clubs join hands with Division 1 clubs to start at the same time. We still want to engage you with a format that involves both Premier League and Division 1 clubs from the start of the special competition, except that the competition may not represent Ghana in the 2019. Winners of the champions may not represent Ghana in the 2019 CAF Inter-Club competition. That they'll have to consult first, as suggested during the consultative meeting held on Tuesday, 8 January 2019 at the GFA Secretariat. We will engage you after consulting CAF in relation to the Ghana's representative to the 2019 CAF Inter-Club competition. Furthermore, reiterate that upon securing the necessary and sufficient funds to support your proposed competition, we will definitely adjust our timeline to accommodate your competition. Due to time constraints and a well laid out plan, we will proceed with the program as proposed and will appreciate if you participate in the competition as scheduled. Finally, we will appreciate your response by 10 a.m. That's today, 11th of January 2019. Accept our warmest regards. So that's a letter that the Normalization Committee sent the league clubs, and breaking news, they have declined this offer. They want their own separate competition. They don't want to play with the Division 1 clubs. I don't know why. I just can't understand why. What is wrong if they play with the Division 1 clubs? They might have their reasons they are not saying. But this is what the Normalization Committee said. And the breaking news today is that the 16 league clubs have decided to boycott the Normalization Committee special competition. Now, the government, as we know, pumped in $800,000 in this competition. So the story reads: the government of Ghana has made a provision of $800,000 to the Normalization Committee to enable it to run the upcoming special competition. 16 representatives from the Premier League clubs and 48 from the Division 1 will take part in the competition. The PRO of the committee, Daniel Kweku Yeboah, revealed the government's support for the upcoming competition. This is what Dan Kweku Yeboah said: "We approached many corporate bodies to support a special competition, but it couldn't work out. The government of Ghana has provided $800,000 to participate in the running the competition. The special competition will be launched on Friday, 11 January. It starts today and kick off 20 January. But now we are in a limbo now. The clubs have boycotted the competition. They will not take part. The 16 Premier League clubs who want their separate competition for themselves are not ready to take part in the competition. They released a statement earlier today. I'll take you through the story, then we'll read the statement as well. All 16 Premier League clubs have confirmed their withdrawal from the upcoming special competition, exposing their intense disagreement with the Normalization Committee over running the game. A meeting held between the representatives of the 16 Premier League clubs and the GFA Normalization Committee on Wednesday failed to yield the desired result of getting the clubs to back down on their threat to boycott the competition over some concerns raised. The clubs have considered the terms of participating in the competition, such as the guaranteed money for a minimum of 8 matches, and the format of the competition as unacceptable. A strange policy to have the GFA pay prize money of the competition directly to the players have also been seen as disrespectful slap in the face of club administration, as it has the potential to causing disaffecting between the club managers and players, while also impinging on the integrity of the club administrators. So they feel they can't have GFA pay the players directly. The payment has to go through them. We all know our problems with that, and they feel that it will be a real disrespect to them. The players will start disrespecting them and will not hold them in regard. I don't know how that is possible, but that's what they feel. Maybe they have experience in that. So this is the statement they released. As respectfully expressed to the Normalization Committee during yesterday's meeting, we have grave concerns about the format presented, and as such cannot commit to participating as currently constructed. Yesterday, we presented an alternative proposal based on our years of experience financing and operating clubs, which we believe represents the interest of all stakeholders, including our brothers in Division 1. We also believe it provides the most compelling format to attract media commercial partners and relaunch football in Ghana with great excitement. We are prepared to move forward with the 16th Premier League CAF Champions League qualification tournament as presented to and approved by the Normalization Committee, and appreciate your stated willingness to adjust your timelines to minimize scheduling issues. The clubs, however, left a door open for further interactions with the Ghana FA. Should you wish to continue a constructive dialogue on how we can participate in a broader tournament along the lines of the 67 CAF Confederation Cup, 64-team CAF Confederations Cup, we would welcome further discussion. Otherwise, we wish you all the best for the success of your special tournaments as currently structured. We look forward to working with you and towards the best interest of Ghana football in Ghana. This is the latest setback in the work of the Normalization Committee as they are in a bid to get local competition resumed. So the 16 Premier League teams are taking their stand. They are adamant. They want their own special competition. This is what they said: the 16-team CAF Champions League competition. Wow, this is interesting. And the people that will be affected most here are the players. They have not played football in 7+ months, unless you are with Asante Kotoko, Hartlepool, or Ashanti Gold. They are the ones I remember who have played football since the game was suspended 7 months ago. These are the people who would really be affected by this. The club owners, the egos should be put aside, man. They should be put aside, and let's look at the bigger picture. Players, careers, people have families to feed and all that. It's all on the line, and I don't think this is the time and the place for them to be doing this. Let them sit down together and come to an agreement that will suit both parties. That has been it. Breaking news. Let me know your thoughts on this. What do you think? Do you think the clubs are right for saying this? Do you think the Normalization Committee is right for saying this? Let me know your thoughts in the comments box. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great weekend.